Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a first impressions on the LA Girl Pro Coverage High Definition Long Wear Illuminating Foundation. That is a mouthful. What got me onto this was actually Kathleen Lights. She loves this foundation and it's really affordable as well. I think it's around $10 if you can pick it up in the drugstore. I picked up this one from Untitled House and it was $8 I think, but then the shipping is quite expensive. I did pick up the color beige to start with and it is far too dark. So then I picked up the color Natural from My QT. This one was I think $17, $22 with shipping I think it was. So like I mean for a foundation in Australia that's about how much you pay, around $20. If it's as good as they say it is, I don't think I'll mind paying $22 for a foundation. I'm going to test it out and show you how it wears throughout the day. I do have an oily T-zone, so I'll be doing regular check-ins like every couple of hours. I usually do about 3, sometimes 4 check-ins, and then I'll check in at the end of the night. It is 9:48 a.m. So what I'm going to do first is prime half my face with the Makeup Forever High Definition Primer. So this claims to be medium to full coverage, smooth long wearing, flawless looking finish. Doesn't say much else about it. High definition long wearing illuminating foundation. It comes with 28 mils, which is a little bit short of the standard 30 mils. The packaging is quite simple and neat. I am a fan. It is very similar to the Makeup Forever foundation packaging, so they have marketed it in a similar sense. Ooh. It just shot out really liquidy all the way down my finger. Okay, I'm gonna pop that there. I haven't heard if this oxidizes or anything like that, but it doesn't smell very nice. It smells like paint. But I'm using my damp beauty blender to apply it. It blends out really evenly, really quickly. It feels like it's sitting on the skin though. That took like no time to blend out. So that was one pump. That's not quite a full pump for my forehead. Using the beauty blender, I do use like a bit more product than I think one would use using a brush. I said use 10 times in. The pumps are quite big actually, so you could probably get your whole face done with maybe 2 pumps. I feel like the color slightly oxidizes because when I first had it on my finger, it definitely didn't look this dark. And I was just like, oh, I might have to use a bit of the darker color. But it looks like it matches pretty well. Okay, so there's one layer of the foundation. I feel like it definitely has the medium coverage. It's a little bit patchy, but my skin is quite foundany. I do have fake tan on. My face just does not take to fake tan. But I can definitely see the glowiness of it, which is what I said before about, oh, it's not seeping into my skin. It's not soaking into my skin, but I think that might just be the dewy glowiness of it, the illuminating factor of it. Because it says medium to full, I'm gonna pop on another layer. That is one pump and it's really big. So I'm gonna do a second layer for my whole face with that pump. Okay, so that's provided a lot more coverage, but the dewiness, like it feels so wet. I guess that's just the illuminating factor, but on my oily skin, I know that this will not last, so I am going to set it like I normally would. Okay, so I'm going to do a close-up. Hopefully I get close enough because someone let me know that my close-ups weren't close enough, so I'm going to get really close. I hope that this is focused being this close, but you can see how it's just kind of like sitting on top of my skin and it's very glowy. I feel like it has, yeah, definitely the medium to full coverage, but it's just kind of sitting there hanging out. I'm going to go ahead and finish off the rest of my makeup and then come back and tell you how it's going and everything like that. I am going to set it, which will, of course, take away from the dewy illuminating factor. Well, maybe it might not, I don't know. But with my oily skin, I have to set my foundation. Otherwise, it just slides off my face. I'll see you in a little bit. It's currently 9:57. Okay, so I've just finished my makeup and this is how the foundation looks. I am super impressed with how it looks. The coverage looks flawless. It looks really amazing. It looks maybe like a little bit patchy on my forehead. So happy with the color, the coverage. It is 12 p.m. so my makeup took a little bit longer and doing my hair and everything like that. What time did I start it? I started at around 10, didn't I? I'll do a close up and hopefully it's close enough that you can see that it is perfect. Okay, so here is a close up of the foundation. I can see like a little bit of patchiness there on my forehead, which maybe I'll try and fix up. But otherwise, everywhere, I'm pretty happy with it. Hopefully it's close enough that you can see. And I'm not using any kind of filter with this. This is how, what you see is what you get on my face as well. Okay, so I'm going to check back in with you in a few hours to see how the foundation is wearing. And yeah. Here is the flash test. I forgot to mention it, but it looks amazing with flash. Hey guys, I'm back for a check-in. It's 4 p.m. and I was actually like shocked at the time because the foundation looks amazing. I can really see the luminosity coming through. I tend to like flick my hair there and you can see where it's transferred a little bit. Me touching there, which is a bit of a shame, but everywhere else it looks really perfect. It's like I can really see that it's glowing and that's coming through and I think it looks amazing. The coverage looks great. It's, yeah, it lasted really well and I'm so happy with it so far. It looks like it could be going a little bit oily in between the nose there. You can see that. But if that were like touched up around the nose or you had a blotting paper, then that would be fine. I was working in a room like the sun comes into and it was quite warm. I was getting a little bit hot, but like, you know, nothing like sweaty or anything. I don't know, I'm really happy with it so far. So I'll check back in a few hours and then I'll do a final check-in at like 9 o'clock or something like that. So I might check in at about 7 and do a little update then. Okay, bye. Hey guys, I'm back and it's about 20 past 6 and I just wanted to say, just went out and I think the foundation has reached its turning point. I feel like it still looks good on camera. It still looks good with the lighting, but when I went outside and had the natural light reflecting on it and went in shade, like I was beaming. I don't know, it looks really good in this lighting, but it's so glowy. Like I don't know if I'm making any kind of sense. If I show you close up, you'll probably see a little bit better. I feel like it's kind of fallen into my cracks in here, but overall it needs a touch up at this point in time, but it's been on 8 hours. So I'm going to say that it's doing really well. And even though it's been on 8 hours, it's still a good side of 8 hours as well. Like it's on the better side. I've had foundations that have just gone completely disgusting. I think it definitely works better with the primer, although I have been touching this side a little bit more. This is definitely transferred and come off. I'll do a close up and hopefully you can see a bit better. Okay, so hopefully you can see there and you should be able to definitely see where it's transferred. I'm really close to the lights, so hopefully it's not too reflecting on the lights. And you can actually see that it's gone, like, hopefully you can see here, it's just gone like in my lines. But it still looks pretty good. Okay, so that's it for now and I'll check back in with you maybe in 2 to 3 hours and see the final result. Overall, like, it still looks amazing at this point in time. So I think that this is still a winner, but I'll check back in to see the final result. Hey guys, I'm back for my final check-in and it's 9:15 p.m. So I've had the foundation on for roughly 11 hours at this point in time and as you can see, it is very, very shiny. Everything is still really intact and really in place apart from my forehead actually looks a bit patchy. This is the prime side and the non-prime side. I feel like the prime side has held up a bit better, especially with the transfer on the forehead and whatnot, but overall I look really, really shiny. As I usually do with my first impressions, I'm just going to blot one side. It has actually transferred, but as you can see, just blotting that with a tissue has really improved the shininess, I guess you'd say. Like, it just needs a touch up. It's all still there. It's all still in place. I feel like it doesn't even look that cakey. Some foundations do go a bit cakey, but my forehead is just really patchy, especially on this side. With only blotting one side, I'm going to do a close-up and show you how it looks. So this is the blotted side and the non-blotted. As you can see, like, it's still on my face, but the forehead, that's another story. I feel like this side looks really good still, being on my face for so long. So that's my first impressions on the LA Girl Pro Coverage High Definition Long Wear Illuminating Foundation. Definitely illuminating, definitely long wearing to a certain extent. I love the coverage on it. I feel like it has a great longevity. Like, I'm really happy with how it turns out. I think it looks really amazing. Apart from my forehead. It hasn't caked like some other foundations, although it does transfer a bit. So keep that in mind. But I think for a really affordable foundation, it's done better than some high-end foundations for me. So that's the end of my first impressions on the foundation. I will leave a playlist link down below of all my other first impression videos. And thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.